In this video, we're going to finish our video course in VANTAGE talking about animation. Now, animation is pretty similar to what we do when we render. Now, we saw how we can simulate walk through our environment, through the interior or the exterior. So in the previous video, we set up this scene with interior lighting, and we imported some of the Chaos Cosmos models. And you can see here now we can explore and experiment the space in first person and using collision so that we don't go through the objects and the characters right there. So this is one option. You can basically record yourself moving around your space, the interior or the exterior, or you can set up a series of animations by addressing and managing the cameras. So through the various cameras, you can create videos, you can create a sequence of images that you can then assemble together into movie clips or video clips. You can call it them whatever you want. And you need probably a video editor if you want to do some montage. So here you can just export some of the video animation, then you can continue in software like Nuke or After Effects or Premiere Pro and so on. So we saw that we can use different scenarios. We can use architecture project scenarios. We can use different types of lighting. We can use a studio setup. We can use interiors, exteriors, materials, lights, and so on. So everything we've done so far, and also HDRI backgrounds and image-based lighting and so on. So everything we did so far can be now used into animations. Now we cannot animate everything inside a scene in VANTAGE. We can do it using V-Ray for, let's say, Rhino or SketchUp or other. So we can use another software for architecture, and we can animate objects and other stuff. Here in VANTAGE, we can only animate the cameras and the sunlight. So we don't have many choices. It's going to be a really simple lesson. The other stuff you want to animate, you need to see it in V-Ray. So you can animate V-Ray lights, you can animate V-Ray materials, V-Ray stuff, but you cannot do it here. You can just import here. So you can import a VR scene as we saw previously in the video course. So I'm just gonna create here a new scene for animation, starting from the previous one that we set up for the interior rendering, and I'm gonna delete some of the cameras that we already saved in the previous videos. So the procedure of creating a camera, the process of creating a camera stays the same. So you need to focus on a part of your scene. So right now I want to search for a particular character here that I have imported for Chaos Cosmos, selected, and then zoom into that character using the Z key of the keyboard, or going into the view and say frame selected. There you go. So that's my character right there. So once I am really close to the character, I can start to save the first view. Now, if I'm not satisfied with the look of the view, I need to adjust it a little bit. So you can see I need to do a little bit of zoom, need to get a little bit inside here. And I also adjusting the height and press on the little button there to update and save this home camera. So you can start with a home camera. This is where the scene is gonna start with, and then you can save other views, just as we said before. Now we talked about all the various setups here for the cameras, how you can manage the resolution, the field of view, the depth of field, the camera clipping, and all that stuff. Now all of that will be memorized, will be recorded into a camera when you save a camera. So essentially you can animate all those parameters that we used so far. Now also gonna adjust a little bit the exposure. And you can see here I have a little bit of fog as well, so it's like a smoky environment, kind of a smoky interior here using a little bit of fog. So I'm gonna adjust that, or perhaps get rid of the fog because it's going to be heavier to render, so you can just get rid of the fog. Or if you want to create a more mystery scenario like that. You can use the fog as you want. Now the tools for the animation are down there at the bottom. On the right, we still can use the render button, but this time when we will render not a single image, but a series of frames. We're gonna talk about frames, what they are, and how we can use them. We can loop the animation. We can play the animation down there. You can see the various buttons down there. We have the timeline right now, but to expand the timeline and the video editor, we need to click on that little icon right there on the top left, sorry, on the bottom left. And there is the 3 types of animation that you can do. The first one, scene animation, you can do it by importing VR scenes. You can animate the sun, you can animate the cameras. That's all you can do right here. But specifically, if we talk about VANTAGE, all we can do is set up camera animations and just a little bit of sun animation. Now, using camera animations, it's basically setting up the various views, and we're gonna see that. We can play back to standard timing, like 1 time, or we can play faster or slower if you change the value right there. And then we have 2 types of editor, the time editor and the shot editor. They look really similar. They just differ in little things, but we're gonna see the difference later. And then we have the time representation. So you can see we can use frames and combine, so time and frames. If you don't know what frames are because you're new to animation, don't worry, we're gonna talk about this a little bit more. Now in the right side we have the force resolution, so we can force another resolution for the preview of the animation here in the VANTAGE viewport. So you can drop down this to be like a little bit faster to render. You can see down there the FPS color needs to be in green if you want to do real-time rendering. If it looks red, it means that your GPU is not enough to play back the high quality or the higher quality. So we can drop down the width and the height so we can see in a really low quality preview, but that's gonna show us everything fluid without jumping. So also we can set up the FPS. FPS is a really important value. It means frames per second, also called frame rate. And you can set up that. So if you set 10 frames per second, everything is gonna be lighter, but it's gonna also jump a lot, like old movies, like from the beginning of the 19th centuries, I don't know. And if you go in 24 or 25, this is like a medium value, but it's gonna be fine to create an animation. 30 is gonna be good, and 100 is gonna be like the best, and you can then use also like slowing effects in other, again, video montage and video editing tools. So you can check the FPS down there again. If everything looks fine, then you're good to go to preview. Otherwise, you need to render out the animation to see the original speed, the actual quality and the actual speed. So you can set up everything from here, and this is again a preview. When you're ready, you're gonna click on the